All right, my Aquarius friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your monthly horoscope for June of 2020. We've got 2 eclipses going on this month. We've got 2 of our personal planets retrograde. Neptune's going to go retrograde at the end of the month. We've got Mars, Neptune, Moon conjunction happening here on the 13th. So much energy, all right? Let's get right into it. First, I want to say it's all about knowing our charts. Okay, where is this energy happening for you? To broadly say this is exactly the same for every Aquarius would be very ignorant on my end. You know, this is every degree matters. You know, are you an early Aquarius rising, or are you a late Aquarius? If you're a late Aquarius, maybe the Pisces video might resonate better for you because of where everything's aligning. Specifically, the total solar eclipse that's happening on the 21st at 0 degrees. You know, so knowing your own chart is extremely important. There's a lot of chart readers out there, so you know what's going on. Not readers like myself, meaning like a birth chart calculator, if you will. I don't have one on here. Either way, so knowing your chart is knowing where this is going to line up for you, right? And again, if you're early, the Aquarius video is going to make a lot of sense. If you're a later Aquarius, the Pisces video might make more sense for you. However, I would say watch both. There's certainly going to be a lot that's going to resonate with you as an Aquarius that won't resonate with you as a Pisces. If you want a private reading from me, please reach out. I would be more than happy to talk about whatever's going on as above, so below with you, and talk about your personal chart. All right, let's get into it. So right off the gate on the 3rd, Venus and Sun conjunction. Okay, this is beautiful. This is fate. This is destined. This is sacred geometry. Okay, every 13 Venus years and 8 Earth years, these 2 planets meet up 5 times. 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, I mean, these are Fibonacci numbers. This is the golden spiral, the golden ratio of life. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Fibonacci sequence, check that out. I'm also going to put out a video just about this connection happening here. So stay tuned for that. That's on the 3rd. On the 5th, now we have in your 11th house, okay, this not nearly total lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is extremely wide, if you will. Okay, anything within 18 degrees is an eclipse. So we have the south node here at 29 degrees. The moon will be at 15 degrees. So this is a 14-degree separation between the south node and the moon. Okay, however, the moon will be full at 15 degrees. The sun will be shining brightly at 15 degrees in your 5th house of Gemini. So first, let me come back here for a second. This Venus the Venus retrograde is about your personality. Okay, Venus retrograde deals with why do we love what we love, who do we love, why do we love this, why do we think this, what we're reevaluating everything that we love, from the how you brush your teeth, to the toothpaste, to the colored nail polish, to the TV shows you'll enjoy, to the people that you bring in your life. Now, this is your creative self-expression, my Aquarius friends. This, your 5th house here, this is about you. This is about how you express yourself to the world and your healthy relationship with your ego. Okay, so the sun is shining your ego. The moon, the emotional needs, is here in the sign of Sagittarius, but this is the 11th house, which is dealing with the community, right? The community and technology. So it's just like ego self needs to play with the community. Ego self needs to be able to hang out with society, because this is what your emotional moon needs. And we're going to be seeing the shadow of the earth on this. So how can we say this? This is unique to you, as this is between your 5th house and your 11th house. Again, who I am and the world out there. Okay, so let's look at the playground. Okay, let's look at like let's use an example of like an individual, a single single child, an only child that's used to having everything their way, and every time Mom, Dad, I want this, and it's just like, okay, here you go, so it's just like, well, just give him whatever he wants, you give her whatever she wants, and then when they hit that like grade school and they're used to having everything the way that they want it, when they get here now on the playground with the other kids, and the other kids want to do things the way that they want to, the personality is not matching and aligning to hang out on the playground in the recess with everybody else. There's a lot of relearning that has to be done. There's unprogramming that has to be done. Like, oh, you don't always get what you want. You know what I mean? So it's like there's something going on here with personality, and there's a need to be in the community, a need to be of service as well, because you've got Mercury here in your 6th house. So there's a need. I have to be in the community. There's something I don't want to isolate myself forever. So is there something going on with my ego that's separating me and not allowing me? Is there something I'm not seeing within my ego itself, my own shadow, that I'm not seeing, which is why maybe people aren't inviting me to this, to go play on the monkey bars? You know what I mean? That's just a way of looking at it. That's a way of viewing it. And of course, this is independently individual and unique to each person. However, this is dealing with something with our personality, solo, me, I, and the collective, and it's recognizing our own shadow. So whatever that is for you, you'll know what it is within the first week. Okay. Now we also have, so that's on the 5th, on the 13th, let me come back here. Boop. On the 13th, super, super cool. All right. Here in your 2nd house, this is about money. Money. All right. So you have Mars moving through your 2nd house of money. Okay. This is about your shared, your finances and material possessions and goods. Okay. You've been trying to attract something for quite some time. You've been dreaming of something. You've been imagining it. You've been seeing how it fits into your life, And Mars is going to conjunct Neptune here on the 13th. At the same time, the moon is going to make its way over here and be right around 21 degrees during this conjunction. Okay, so this is extremely potent because it's like our emotional needs lining up with our actions, lining up with our dreams. So where we take action in our emotional needs comes to fruition in our dreams. How cool is that, right? Awesome. And for you, this does have to deal with material goods, finances, money. All right, so it's very opportunistic for you right now. On the 18th, in your 6th house, Mercury is going to retrograde. So this is rethinking, right? Not putting the carriage before the horse. This is our services. This is how we're giving back to the world. What are you doing? Are you a hairdresser? Are you working out of a salon? Is this salon closed? Are they not allowing people? Do you have to independently take, this is another way to look at this. Do you have to take matters into your own hand and to serve the community well? Maybe you have to be independent. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of ways that these eclipses can go, just ways of looking at it. And you'll know what resonates with you. So this Mercury retrograde, not putting the carriage before the horse, not acting without thinking and seeing everything through. So that's going to be on the 18th and won't lighten up until July. Okay. Now the 18th through the 24th, we're going to have Mercury and Venus both retrograde. This is going to be challenging for everybody. There's no one coming out unscathed from this. These are very personal planets. These are our inner 2 most planets. This is everything you love, want, and desire, and this is how you communicate. Okay, both retrograde. And the fantastically interesting, unique thing this year is Venus is in the sign of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Okay, so we're reevaluating how we feel about the things and how we think about things. And then Mercury being in the sign of Cancer, this is all about the feels. Okay, so this is reevaluating how the things that I think about make me feel. This is reevaluating how the things that I feel make me think. You see how that's going on there? It's really unique. This is very unique, very cool energy, and it's going to change us. And as long as we're creating the space that we need to create the change in our lives, this is going to be very formidable, favorable, very favorable for us, okay? Now on the 21st, we got the Big Daddy total solar eclipse, okay? It's going to be sun and moon, new beginning. Here it's 0 degrees of Cancer. This North Node freshly moved 29 degrees of Gemini, okay? North Node saying move forward toward this information, Okay, seek it out. Seek out the answers for yourself. Don't take everybody else's opinion for gospel. You are your own unique individual. This is your fifth house. You are your own unique individual. It's time for you to shine and not to be buried by other people's ideologies of life. Okay? So this eclipse for you is going to be happening in your fifth house. And unless you're an absolute 0 degrees Aquarius, the sun and the moon at 0 degrees will also be in your fifth house. Again, most likely without seeing your chart. It's hard to say, but most likely this would be in your fifth house, again, of creative self-expression. This is highlighting, saying like, look, my Aquarius friends, you are great conductors. You are great directors. You are visionaries. You are able to see and delegate. You're able to see all the pieces together, but sometimes you have a really hard time taking center stage. You have a hard time accepting, or an acceptance speech, or coming into the own spotlight, even if it's to show gratitude for the people that came to watch your play or watch your show, watch you be the director or the brilliant mind that you are. It's hard to sometimes take that gratitude or whatever. Now, or to receive, just to receive, Capricorn and Aquarius are hard. It's hard to receive sometimes. They're givers, so it's like the opposite side. Where this is being your fifth house is like, it's time to shine. It's time to shine, my friend. Aquarius, it's time to rise. This is the age of Aquarius. We're in a place of knowing you are the future. You are the future. And you see a beautiful way for us to live in that future harmoniously. And it's really important for you to get over your fears of taking stage or how you are viewed or scared of this. If you're an Aquarius that's trying to start their own YouTube channel or something like that, the next year and a half is time. Okay, it is time. It's like time to put yourself out there, because again, your views, your ideas, to express these is extremely important to where we're going in the world, not where we were, is where we're moving toward. Okay, so this is very, very powerful. So the solar eclipse is awesome. On the 23rd now, Neptune itself, here in your second house, is going to start to retrograde. All right. So karmically, what this means is the exciting thing is this is about money and finances here in your second house, material possessions and goods. And it's going to start to create these sextiles and septiles again with Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto all up here in Capricorn, which is about the physical world and the non-physical world, the dreams, the imagination, and the laws of reality. Where these come into play together means we're manifesting our dreams. All right, so for the last half of the year here, or for the next 6 months, well, let's just say last half of the year, really, we're going to be creating these beautiful connections. That's this once in 7 generation kind of lifetime. Not every generation gets this. Not every lifetime gets this energy, but we do. And you as an Aquarian, as the age of Aquarius, the dawning of this new age, we are going to change our lives and create the change that we need to embrace the new age. We're no longer in the age of Pisces, right? Very important. And you are the leading edge here. On the 24th, like we talked about, Venus stations direct, which is good, at about 5 degrees over here. On the 22nd through the 30th, up here, this is behind the scenes for you. This is about completion. Something is ending. This is a power struggle. This is authoritative struggle has been ongoing. Who knows for how long in your life? Drop a line, type of comment. Let me know what's going on for you. But this is some sort of potentially masculine authoritative figure that has had a huge impact on you finding justice. Okay, with this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction happening here, again, it's going to happen the 22nd through the 30th. All right, we're already seeing this with the George Floyd thing going on. This is an abuse of power and authority here in Capricorn. And Pluto's saying, hey, it's time to change. This is one of the things that I absolutely love about astrology when I talk with some of my friends and they say, the world's never going to change, Aaron. This is how people are. You said you're an optimist. It's like, damn right I am. And it's just like, when I look at astrology, it's just like this. We knew this recession was coming. And my friends told me I'm crazy. I know it's coming. Save your money. You're crazy, man. How do planets so far away affect us? The same thing. I can look at this and say the same thing. We're dealing with this power struggle. We're dealing with authority of misuse of police force and things like that. And I have friends say that it's never going to change. It's always going to be like this. And I can look at this and I can look back at my friend and say, it's going to change, with this smile and this lighthearted excitedness, okay? Because we're seeing it. We're living this change right now. We're a part of this change. And we got to stay focused on that. So there's something behind the scenes happening for you karmically that's allowing this change to happen, and it's to be lifted, okay? And some of the insight that's coming into you, because Mars on the 27th is now going to move into your third house of communication and information, as well as siblings, rivalries. Mars is going to be there for 6 months until January of 2021. So it's about information. So we have to be open to new information. And as Aquarius, you're a very forward-thinking individual. And with the nodes in the 2 spots of information, what we think we know is pure, accurate truth might be absolute falsities. It might not be. Some of the laws or rules that we're living our life by might not be real, okay? It's up for us to determine and to figure out. But with this nodal switch from Capricorn Cancer, which had to deal a lot with sexuality, evening out the Wall Street to Main Street, and look what happened. As soon as Cancer, was at the end, the North Node was the end of Cancer, everything flipped. And now it's just like, okay, well, big business wins, not little business, So anyway, we have this opportunity to flip the script, or to change the game on the knowledge that we're seeking, the knowledge that we think is concrete. All right. So when we're allowing the new information that comes in to change us in a healthy way, okay, whatever is going on here on the 27th, or the 22nd through the 30th, as well as the 27th through January 1st, okay, it's about information and actively seeking information to allowing us to grow into the individuals that we want to be, okay? So it's like the sky is the limit, and if you want to learn something, there's nothing stopping you from learning it. Knowledge is at your fingertips, and you can literally strive to be anything you absolutely want to be in your life. And it's just about putting the nose to the grind and doing it. And Mars, again, entering your third house at the end of the month here. And it's Aries. Your third house is Aries. So that means it's very actively seeking this knowledge, okay? It's just like, hey, do you want to come play? And it's like you're, Mr. Magoo or like Sherlock Holmes looking through the magnifying glass. I actually have an image of Elmer Fudd. It's rabbit hunting season. I don't know why. My mind races. Either way, so it's just like you're so focused on finding this truth, or this ultimate truth, for the next 6 months that it's just like, I can't be bothered by that right now, because it's only going to deter and steer me away from this thing. Well, that's part of the rub with Mars being in Aries. Its home sign is we're going to be so fixated on something and so aggressively moving towards something that we do lose sight of other things. So pick up your head every now and then, smell the flowers, go hang out with your friends, go to the beach, whatever. Okay, we got a beautiful month of June ahead of us. Seriously, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for my own Sagittarius friends, or Aquarius friends here. The Sagittarius lunar eclipse, the Cancer total solar eclipse, the Venus Sun conjunction, the Mars Neptune conjunction. Honestly, this is just a whammy of a month with so much good energy that if we allow the space to create change in our lives, we're going to come out feeling really good come July. All right. So have a happy June, my friends. As always, thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you on the dailies tomorrow.